listening in right now. But no, thank you for listening in. You know, there's all these great radio people. There's Walter Winchell, and there was Orson Welles with there's the Grover Corners, New Jersey is being invaded by Martians, and then there's Rush Limbaugh and Howard Stern and Glenn Beck and Don Imus, and now Gorgeous George.
Well, we were just talking. Hey, I'm going to put you on pause there. This is Gorgeous George, in case the people don't know who I am. We were just talking, and we were not transmitting on the radio, so we're going to start again. Hi there, ladies and gentlemen. I am Gorgeous George. Been on radio for the past, well, actually been on TV, public access, for the past 16 years. Comedy of sorts, political satire, bathroom humor. That's what the show has been, and we are now testing the waters here on radio at 1450 WCLM and online at WCLM on WCLMradioonline.com for everybody to know where they can catch the streamline of the show. So I've been in radio before, long time ago, before I was even known as Gorgeous George. I've been in radio. Kevin, you've been in radio before, too?
Yes. For all my friends in Europe, I used to be Colin Morrow on Treble TR Radio in Dublin, Ireland. I was late-night country music guy. I was actually the greatest late-night country music DJ from America there ever was. The only one, but anyway. and then I was in Charlottesville when I went to college. I was also known as Kay Lazar. The classical music, and we had I love radio. I've never been in monorail before. I've stereo. Who needs stereo? We are in monorail, beautiful monorail today.
Right. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, once again, it is Gorgeous George. We have been in the Richmond area for the longest time. I have been part of the fixture in the Richmond market. Now, once again, we're testing the airwaves on radio. Kind of feel like, kind of brings back to the roots, the voice for radio and the face for TV and the voice for radio. I am what's causing this wonderment for all the people out there in Radio Land. And I wanted to let you all know that we are going to be probably on this vehicle here coming up in the future. I want to give out props to the station manager, Preston Brown, who owns the radio station. Also want to give mad props to Chocolate Chip, AM radio DJ of sorts, operational general manager, and, of course, Roosevelt, who's helping us in the back. Thank you very much for your effort there. I appreciate it. Now, we got a lot to talk about in a short time, as always. Advertising is where it's at. So if you out there on the airwaves wants to advertise with us, you want to give us a shot and advertise if you're in a different market, you can. You could be in the UK and you can advertise. You could be in Zimbabwe and you can advertise. People out there that want to advertise on the Gorgeous George Show, you can. And we will give you information on how to do that in upcoming shows. And we're just, like I said, testing the waters, as we so to speak. And anyway, I want to say that it gives me great I am excited here. I'm excited to be on radio. We will be back on TV. We'll be back on TV, but now we're on radio. Kevin, how excited are you? How excited are you?
You know what I like about radio? The way we do radio, it's like pornography for the deaf. It's you could just hear it.
That's right.
So anyway, no, we also, like I said, I mean, all the greats in radio. Or there's Orson Welles, and there's Walter Winchell from the olden days, and these days you have Rush and you have Howard Stern, and now you have Gorgeous George. Yes. So here he is on his way.
And half the things you hear from Rush Limbaugh, or actually majority of the things you hear from Rush Limbaugh, obviously is inaccurate. I mean, Rush Limbaugh teaches you how not to think. I mean, that's pretty much the way that goes.
What do you think of Glenn Beck?
Glenn Beck is another horse's ass, but that's my personal opinion.
Glenn Beck is the Mad Hatter at the Tea Party.
Is he?
Yes.
Now, what we're hearing about is the Tea Party taking effect. The Tea Party, trying to get in out there and trying to make a big rigmarole about their taxes. I mean, I like to call them the Tea Bag Party. They're holding the tea. They live some tea bag out there. They call them the Tea Bag Party, because we know how they get bagged. That's obvious.
Yeah, you hear that a lot lately.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, they are a populist movement that is that populist movements, they're great on television, and you like to watch them. If you like to make fun of them, that's one thing. If you actually want to hear what they have to say, that's good too. But they never really go all that far. They're the former Dixiecrats. They're they may hold up perhaps the Republican Party and make them pick someone who's bound to go down in flames if they pick the wrong candidate. I think the Republicans could do fine with Mitt Romney, but Mitt Romney is not one of their big fans.
Right.
You know who their big fan is in the Tea Party.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now that she has no chance in where to be even looked at as a serious candidate for the President of the United States. We're going to talk about some issues. We're going to talk about the health insurance passing. Health insurance did pass. And we're going to get into that. We're going to get into some other degrees here. But I wanted to let people know that just because we're not on TV and on radio on a regular basis doesn't mean you can't reach out and not talk to us. The Gorgeous George Show website is back on, by the way, www.gorgeousgeorgeshow.net. Anything, everything about Gorgeous George, it's back up for the populace to see. And we're going to go ahead and update the update page because it says welcome to 2009. Obviously, it's 2010, so we got to update that. Also, on YouTube, check out GG on DVD. Everything Gorgeous George related is on GG on DVD, and show name GG Show Rules. That is what we need to look at. All right, we're gonna get into every little thing. I want to talk to the people that might not know who we are. Not to be redundant. Those poor people that don't know who we are or not know who we are. I started this doing DJ work back in the late 80s and my early 20s, and we worked on WJDK, which used to be WXGI, a country radio station. I had got my first niche in radio on WJDK. It was a pop station doing Casey Kasem's Hot 100, which you can way back when. Then in 91, I worked on Mix 106 under George Valentine, Gorgeous George Valentine. In 1994, me and Magic Matt started the show, The Gorgeous George Show. And that's when we started the show back then. And then things progressed, did more shows. We had live bands, and we used to do a lot of live garage bands, doing beauty pageants, the Miss Gorgeous George Beauty Pageant. And through 94 and 97, we were doing a lot with the show and then doing having bands. In 97, Kevin, was part of the mix. We met Kevin. How I met Kevin, it's on the website, of course. We met Kevin through a street musician, and the street musician said, well, I have someone just for you that would probably add to your show. And at the time, we were getting rid of some other people, and we put Kevin. And Kevin portrayed on one of my live shows as my attorney. And Kevin was my attorney on the live show. And then things progressed. And then throughout the late 90s, we took off, and we did more stuff with the show. And then we progressed into, the new millennium.